What's up, Otaku fan? We are back with some more videos here for the channel with some more ice cream sandwich. We have bad customers. So when we were first starting to react to this guy on our channel and asking for you guys' suggestions, you guys actually recommended your bad customers where he reviewed other people's bad ones. So we're going to just circle back around and do this one.
I know a lot of bad customers.
Me too.
It's a good time when you're customer service representatives.
We both have done a lot of work in customer service representative jobs, so it is what it is. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Check out our Patreon, link down below for full uncut reactions, TV shows, animes, and movies, and let us know which ice cream sandwich video we should react to next as well.
Look at me. Look at my eyes. Do I look like somebody who likes to work? Or do I look like somebody who likes to eat pizza like a cookie? Personally, I think it's kind of weird how much we're expected to work in high school. Like, you have to go and serve people McDoubles for 4 hours and then go home and sell for X. That's a lot of work. Does anybody else think that's crazy? Or am I crazy? I am crazy. I did not want to get a job when I was growing up. I don't like to work. I just like the money. But if you want to go to the movie theater with your buddies, you gotta have the cash. One ticket, your total is $20. For my first job, I wanted to avoid the food service because I feared people would be a little bit more abrasive when it comes to their meals. You'll find rude customers anywhere, but I just feel like when food's involved, things get a little hairy.
No pickles,
I don't want people
peasant.
yelling at me about onions. I don't care about onions. I ended up working somewhere that's not food, which I will show you through example.
From candy to volcanoes.
That's right, my very first job was here at the UPS store. It was not really that great. Just
You want to talk about how you just boxed that man up?
To the volcano.
To the volcano. But wow, UPS for your first job is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But okay, pop
It's
off.
a regular job. Don't worry about that. When I turned the age
Don't
of
worry about
16, my dad helped me network with the local
Oh,
UPS store
that
and get
makes
me a job.
sense.
Which, thank you, Dad, for helping me do that, because at that age, I was not the proper candidate for being an employee. While working there, I met a lot of really nice people and a lot of really cool people. But when you work in retail, it's impossible to not meet some,
Karens.
how would I say this in a nice way?
Karens.
Outliers. So one time, this woman and her daughter came into the store and they said,
a
they
Karen
needed to ship
haircut.
something. When you ship something out of the UPS store, you gotta ask a bunch of questions like, where is it going? Is it going internationally? Do I need to be worried about what's in this box? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going through these questions and entering information into the computer, as I did with any customer. But apparently, that was a wrong thing to do, because she unfolded her cane, which apparently just turned into a chair, sit down and says, this is gonna take a while. Excuse me? Why would you say that? You could say a million things to me. Why not compliment me? Why not say, wow, Andy, your eyes look beautiful today? She was shipping internationally, which means I had to do extra steps to make sure it gets there. So after a minute or so, she turns to me and says, you guys should really have the computers on our side of the desk so we can do it faster than you. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know all the rules and regulations for shipping overseas? Do you know how this computer works? No. The worst part about rude customers is that you can't say anything despite if they're wrong or not. The customer is not always right, and the person who coined that famous phrase was very wrong, and probably it was also a customer. I think if you're mean to retail workers, they get to yell back at you. Or at the very least, you get to tell them that they're mean and make them leave. You're mean!
Yes.
I've only ever encountered these kinds of people at work.
I think that every employee that has to deal with customers on a regular basis should get 3 opportunities a week to throw hands.
Yes. I agree.
3 hands. Where you don't have to just throw them immediately, but you have to initiate the, man, either you stop talking to me crazy or you put the dukes up.
Yeah.
One of the two. Like, I don't care which one. I got 2 times left this weekend. I don't mind making you one of them.
Mine are usually, like, because thank the Lord I don't have to see customers, like, face-to-face now.
Yeah.
I just handle the phones. But I don't know why people get so brave. Even in person, they get brave. They get a little crazy. But over the phone, when you don't see somebody, you feel like you can say some off the wall shit. And my favorite is like when I kind of, I'm taking it in silence, and then I'll give them what they want because I have to usually transfer them. But I'll be like, before I do that, I strongly recommend you change your tone of voice and not say another curse word. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say, I wasn't cursing at you. Sir, you said fuck word more than 3 times. You were cursing at me, so please stop. Oh, sorry.
And this whole thing about you can't yell back or you can't, tell them to leave or whatever. So when I worked at my job where I was heavily working with data for people, I was handling all their data changes and all that stuff had to be sent in like way ahead of time. I was in the position where thankfully, if they called me talking crazy, I could be like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You can yell at me all you want. I'm just not going to do it. Bye. Click.
Yeah.
And then the manager would come by and say, so what happened here? This happened. Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, I had the authority to basically tell them to go fuck off. And that was nice. That was the best part of that job.
Yeah.
Where once I got to the point where I knew where the line actually did have to get to be drawn, I was like, oh, you've already crossed it, bro. I can do whatever the fuck I want now.
Because that's what I do appreciate with where I'm at right now, just because I've been there for longer, is just, granted, I wish that we could just be like, okay, you're a piece of shit. Let's just remove you. Mm-hmm. So you can't come back anymore. Yeah. But like, I do appreciate a good time where I can kind of just nicely tell people, you're not going to do that with me. We're not doing that.
I've never seen them in the wild, but if I did, and I didn't have to keep my mouth shut because it didn't work there, then I'd go right up to them and say, you're mean!
That one.
Then there was this other time when this guy tried to ship drugs. That day was particularly slow. Nobody was coming in, and it was just me and my coworker, Tony. Tony and I got along really well, because neither of us like to work. I want to go home. Me too. At one point, a guy comes in to buy just a single box. Simple, easy, he's in and out in a jiffy. But 5 minutes later, he comes back in, same
with
box,
the box,
but now something's packed up inside it. I saw the box and how he packed it, and he did the thing where he kind of fold the flaps on top of each other, which is a problem because then it just falls out if it's not taped. Can I get a description of what's in this box? It's private. I mean, we just need a general description, like, is it food, perishable? It's microchips. Okay. Microchips. Now, because the box wasn't properly taped, Tony came over and was going to tape it up for me while I was helping him on the computer. But the guy stops Tony. I just need to retape the box really quick so it doesn't come out during shipment. The tape's free if that's what you're worried about. Okay. He timidly allows us to do that, which I don't really know what his end game was, because we opened the box and there was weed. Sir, we can't ship this. I'm no expert on illegal trade of illicit goods, but I know a thing or two about shipping, and I know that drugs, you can't do that one. That's on the no-go zone. We opened the box because we needed to redo the flaps so we could tape it properly. So if he just came in with the box taped, we wouldn't have known what he was shipping. There's no x-ray machine at the UPS store to see what's inside the box.
But Customs still would have caught it, and it would have went back to him. That wasn't like a big brain way to get around that.
That is what I have questions about. Does Customs look through every box, or is there something that gets... like, triggers
I'm pretty sure they check it somehow, whether that's through canines or whether that's through, like, physically checking the box if they have suspicions that there's something weird in it.
Because I felt like Customs was only if it was, like, an international thing.
It's definitely international. They check that shit, but yeah.
But, like, in this case, like, if it was, like, just to the neighboring city.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
That is definitely something that someone who actually works in that field would be able to answer. But I'm like, bro, if it was somewhere that you could have just traveled to do that, you probably should have just done that in person instead of trying to ship it. And it seems like this was his first time doing it.
And why would you pay to ship that?
Right. I don't know how much it was.
The only missing component here was tape. More than anything, the situation just was awkward. Okay, that's, Sorry.
Oh.
I want to go home. Me too. Here's some advice. If you want to ship drugs, don't. Then there was this other time where this guy tried to overnight a misshapen magazine. This time I was working alone. It was a night shift. It's dark out. And this guy comes in holding a magazine. Hello, sir. I can help you at this register. Oh, he's just getting an envelope. Probably to ship that magazine. Is he packing it up back there? Is he trying to hide something from me? Weird. I want to go home. I like to ship this next day air, please. When you ship like a piece of paper next day air, UPS has this special envelope that makes it cheaper. And I saw that he's trying to do that. So I talked to him about it. Oh, actually, we have these special envelopes that cut you a deal, so it's cheaper to ship next day air. At first, he was hesitant about that, which is definitely a red flag, because it was like $100 cheaper to ship through the special envelope. And why wouldn't you do that? You could spend $100 on buying, like, I don't know, Five Guys. That's a lot of Five Guys. Five Guys good. But still, nobody would pass that up. So it was weird that he hesitated. I eventually talked him into it because I think he was like catching on that I was catching on that he was being suspicious. So I started typing in the information for him, and he started to move the magazine from the envelope he picked up already to the other envelope that I offered him. And while he was doing this, I saw that it had a big weird lump in it. So that's another red flag. 2 for 2, baby. Why was the magazine bulgy? Is he shipping drugs? Oh my God, this is like $1,000. Who is he sending this to? What if it's the mob? Well, now I have my fingerprints on it. And then I sent it off. I don't want to get involved with the mob, or whoever that was. I was 16, alone in this store at night, and not paid enough for it to be my problem.
Facts.
I guess now that I'm on the topic of illicit substance distribution, there was this other guy. He would always come into the store and be like, hey, I shipped a box to your store, and it's big. And we'd be like, oh, is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. Of all the other customers, this guy was very easy to deal with and really charming. But one day, a couple of other customers came in, and they're like, hello, we're the police. They asked to see the manager, and they talked to him, and then a couple days later that guy picked up a box and then was arrested in the parking lot. Turns out he was importing a lot of opium. I think it was around this time that I realized I miscalculated when I passed up all those food service jobs. But then again, is any retail job good enough? I don't know. I bet I would have had a better time at Five Guys. Stop eating the french fries. Anyway, hindsight's 2020. Other stuff that happened. One dude asked me if the narwhal bacon's at midnight, which was very cringe, and trust me, I know cringe. A bunch of cheerleaders burst into the store, cheered, ran in a circle, and then left. We suspect they were just trying to cause a commotion while their friends would steal things, but then realized there was nothing interesting to steal at a UPS store, and then went away. There was a guy that would often come in and try to ship bath salts, which... again, I'm not paid enough for that. A man wanted me to send faxes, and then when I told him the number wasn't working, he shook the paper in my face and yelled, fax! It's not working. Fax! Another dude wanted me to help him with his email because the government was hacking his email. There's a guy that would come in a lot and tell us about word affirmation, but thought that it was literally magic and not just a self-motivator, and told us that the sounds in our voices affected atoms and quarks on the quantum level and would make things a reality. For example, like if you just said, I have a juicy booty, I have a juicy booty, I have a juicy booty, then it would be true. There was always the classic handful of people that would knock on the door after we were closed and ask if we were open. Are you guys open? No. And that's all that I can think about. If you subscribe, I will throw this box, help me, into a volcano.
Help me.
Thank you, Villa, for helping me animate this video. And that's everything. Now
That gave me so many
Why did we go
flashbacks.
through such a rapid fire whiplash of bad customers?
That gave me flashbacks of working at the library. I will say that is kind of the plus with having a job and working so many years in customer service. You come up with some really good stories. Some really good stories. Memories. Core memories.
I worked IT support for Family Dollar for my first job ever, right out of college. And they called the customer service line one day to report that their register was stolen. The whole register.
Maybe
The
call
entire
police.
thing. They did.
But after they spoke to you.
No, they did before.
Okay.
Because I did the same thing. That's the first thing that I said. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, the whole register. Like, not just the cash in, the whole thing. The entire thing. And I was like, did you call the police? Oh, yeah, they already left. We need a replacement. Oh, you're calling for a replacement register. Why did you tell me it was stolen? Just why did you lead with our register was stolen? I didn't even get to the point. The conversation should have started with, I need an entirely new register. To which I'm going to be like, why? It was stolen. Oh, okay. Like, I didn't, it just, like, you started my day off
Yes.
with my entire register was stolen. I also
Yes.
got a call to the customer service line at that job from the police at a store because they needed information on like a store's something, and I was like, I don't know if I should be talking to this person.
Yeah.
So that was kind of
Yeah.
nerve-wracking, but yeah, good times. They also called me one day because their register was on fire. He was smoking. I was in training when that call happened. I'll never forget that. We weren't even supposed to be taking any calls. We were just supposed to be listening in. And then my dude was like, after 3 calls, he's like, all right, I think you're ready. Wait, what? Click. And the first call, my register's on fire. I looked at him like, he was like, it is not okay. You can't do me like that, bro. He was the level 2 on my team that I ended up getting assigned to. And I gave him shit for that every day. It's like, bro, you threw me in the deep end. He's like, but you're fine. Just like,
Oh, that just reminded me. This is not even anything like that, but I just remember because it was a call I took today. So I work in the medical field, and this girl calls and she's like, "Can I wear nail polish for my surgery?" And I was like, "Unfortunately, no. You can't wear any nail polish. The doctors and nurse and everybody, the team, the medical staff needs to be able to see your nails." Okay. Well, what about my toes? No, ma'am. Nothing can be painted on you. We need to be able to just like monitor you. Okay. So what about clear nail polish? Ma'am, you are going into surgery where you are going to be put to sleep.
she wants to look pretty for surgery.
I said no. No nail polish. Oh, okay.
But swag was
I know
pice.
she's going to come in with some nail polish.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God, y'all are killing me. Surgery's not till the end of next month, and I'm like, just go ahead and get your nails done now, and then just take them off.
No,
or take
I
the nail polish
gotta
off.
look pretty
I'm just
for
like,
the
what the
doctor man. For
Why?
the doctor man.
You don't.
Yes, I
no.
do. Thank you guys for the
Don't
continued
be that
support.
person. Common sense, guys.
No, you do whatever you want.
Please.
Do whatever you want.
Exhaust me.